Welcome to Spotlight in the Sun. I'm here today with John Cave, organizer of Jamestown Airfest 2010. Thanks for coming, John.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
What is Jamestown Airfest 2010?
Well, we're looking for something a little different this year, and we found out about this group that travels around the United States. They only pick a few cities, very limited number of cities here and there. And it's a different type of Airfest where it's more of display and rides and non-acrobatic stuff like we had at the 2008 Air Show.
Okay. What's that group called?
The American Barnstormers Tour.
Okay. What are Barnstormers?
Well, back in the 20s and 30s, these folks, especially after the war, decided to make 11 flying airplanes, and they'd fly out to the local communities, land in a field, and start giving people rides, and attempted a few stunts and had a few accidents, but these folks are going to be a little more calmer here in Jamestown.
Okay, so what kind of planes are we talking about?
Talking all vintage aircraft, all meticulously restored from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Majority of them being open cockpit type airplanes, biplane, which is the two wings.
Okay. Well, I understand there's some other events going on too at the Airfest.
Absolutely. All 3 days, we're going to have vendors there, porta potties for the crowd's convenience. It's free admission to the event.
Okay.
We're going to have Jimmy Velvet there. He's a 50s, 60s recording artist. Was a close personal friend of Elvis Presley, toured with Elvis and a bunch of other groups. He's going to be there signing his book and his CD and talking to folks about Elvis or whatever they want about. He's knows quite a few other celebrities also, so he can answer your questions there on all that. We're also having Wednesday and Thursday, UND will have a static display aircraft there.
Okay.
And I will add that, while the rides are being given in the biplanes and the 5 ride planes, the 15 planes will be on display, and the folks can walk right up to the planes and talk to the pilots, and they won't be hard to miss because they'll all be dressed in 20s and 30s period garb. So.
All right. So when is the actual Jamestown Airfest? When does this start?
It's a 3-day event. It'll be June 30th, July 1st, and 2nd, and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at night. And the Barnstormers did indicate if there were still lines at 6, and there have been just people calling worried about getting a ride, they will continue to fly after 6 o'clock if there is demand for it.
Okay. Anything else up there to kind of go with the yesterday theme with the old vintage aircraft and Jimmy Velvet?
Well, we've asked the car club to bring some cars out,
okay.
And we've also asked them if there's people they know that aren't in the car club that have vintage cars to bring the old-time stuff out also. So all 3 days we will have cars there with the big car show happening on Friday afternoon, all day Friday.
Okay. I understand there's going to be a band too?
We're going to have a band. We've got the Borderline Band, 50s, 60s, 70s band. They play at a comfortable level. One of their guitar players toured with Linda Ronstadt at one time.
Okay.
And a big bonus that we just signed up today, we're going to have Bruno, the big Elvis, there. And he'll be doing his Elvis Presley tribute during the Borderline Band's breaks.
Oh,
and he's going to have a pretty grand entrance for his first set, so you don't want to miss that.
Okay. So it sounds like you got quite a few things going on for Jamestown Airfest 2010. Why should people come up to the airport and experience this?
Well, I tell you what, this is probably going to be a once-in-a-lifetime thing to see these type of aircraft. Like I said, a very limited number of cities. It was an application process, an interview process, an on-site assessment, and we were chosen. Like I said, 7 cities now for this year, and a good chance they probably won't be back here. So these are just type of planes you don't see flying around every day. You don't hardly see them in a museum. So this is going to be something really neat. And every day they're going to fire up all the aircraft and do a parade of flight in front of the crowd. And they've got an announcer, and they'll announce the history of the plane and the pilot. And so every plane you will be seeing flying around Jamestown, or if you're up at between 12 and 3, you can see them flying by pretty much up close. So bring your camera.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, John. Appreciate you coming down today.
You bet. Thank you.